Hey, this is Hillary with Rock Camp SLC, and today I'm going to talk to you about counting. Now, as a drummer, you've got to count all the time, whether you're counting in your head, counting out loud, or not counting at all, you feel that beat. Most of the songs that we're working with when it comes to rock music are in what we call 4/4 time, and you just simply count them like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it might seem silly, but I want you to clap along with me and out loud say 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can practice counting without even having drumsticks in your hand. You can practice in your head. You can practice in your car with your fingertips on your steering wheel. There's a lot of places to practice counting. It's really important as a drummer to, be the tempo, be the speed that your band is going to go. They'll speed up with you, they'll slow down with you. So one of the best tools that drummers can use, especially when you're first starting out, is a metronome. And I have a metronome. It's kind of an old school one with lots of dials and sliders and things like that. There are tons of metronome apps on your phone, whether you have an iPhone or an Android. If you just look in your Play Store or in your iPhone store, for the word metronome, find one of the highest rated ones. I'll leave a couple of links to some good metronomes for both Android and iPhone.
If you have an iPhone, the Metronome Plus is a really great option, as well as Pulse Metronome. That one actually visually flashes. For an Android phone, the Metronome by Soundbrenner or Pro Metronome are both really good options.
So your metronome is just going to keep a count for you and just keep you honest. So my metronome right now is set to 60 beats per minute, and I'm just having it count the quarter notes. Most metronomes just have a click. Here's what mine sounds like in one of the voicings at 60 beats per minute. I'm accenting the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Count along with me. I can't hear you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Seems really slow, easy. 60 beats per minute is a great place to start. You might even want to start out as low as 40 beats per minute, 30 beats per minute. Whatever you can do it and you get bored, that's where you want to start. So that was just counting quarter notes. Eighth notes is counting like this. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on my metronome, I actually have a voice that counts. So here's the quarter note at 60 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3.
And then here's the
four.
eighth notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Back to quarter
and
notes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
You always back to that 1. So that's eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next, we're going to talk about 16th notes. With Rock Camp and with songs that you'll be playing at Rock Camp, quarter notes, eighth notes are typically what you'll be playing. But 16th notes are great to practice to get your skills up and your speed up. And of course, as you advance as a drummer, you'll play a lot more 16th notes. Now, 16th notes are counted not 1, 2, 3, 4. That's quarter. Eighth again was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 16th notes are counted as 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and E and Can you say that with me? E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So let's listen to it on my metronome. We'll start again with just quarter notes at 60 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3.
Here's the eighth
4.
notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and
16th.
4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and
Back to
3
eighth.
and 4
Back to
and
quarter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that really helps you when you're playing with a band, really just when you're working on learning the drums in general, but when you're playing with a band, if everyone kind of understands those concepts of quarter, eighth, 16th notes, it's really easy to play together and find out where you're starting, where you're stopping, things like that. So I want you to take your drumsticks, and we're going to do just some quarter notes with our drumsticks on our snare drum. Just a right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. So you just right, left the whole time, nothing tricky. So I'm going to start up my metronome, 60 beats per minute again, and let's go through this 4 times total. Here we go. I'll let her count in once, and then we'll start.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, now we're going to click our
4.
sticks in.
1, 2, 3.
Now it's just right,
4.
left, right, left.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
Last time.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, pretty easy, kind of boring to be honest, but that's it. You got to start slow so you can go fast. Now we're going to add the 8th notes in. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to now play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I want you to count that out loud while we're playing along. So here we go. We're going to have her count in 4, and then we're going to click in 4 and then start playing. And you're going to hear it in 8th notes this time.
1 and 2
Okay,
and
we'll do our
3
sticks.
and 4 and 1
1,
and 2
2,
and
3.
3
Now
and
right,
4
left.
and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1.
Now you can just do that all day. Pretty easy, right? Is everyone keeping up okay? If you're not, you can slow down your metronome to 50 beats per minute, 40 beats per minute, whatever you need to do so that you can do it slow and confident, and then slightly speed it up and get faster. So now we're going to do 16th notes, same BPM, 60 beats per minute. And again, if you remember, the 16th notes count is 1 E and a, 2 E and a. So I'm going to have her start. We're going to still just click our sticks 4 times, like this. And then right, left, 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 right, left. Okay, here we go.
1 east and up, 2 east and up, 3 east and
Still
up,
just
4
4.
east and up, 1
1,
east and up, 2
2,
east and up, 3
3,
east and up, 4 east and up, 1 east and up, 2 east and up, 3 east and up, 4 east and up, 1 east and up, 2 east and up, 3 east and up, 4 east and up, 1 east and up, 2 east and up, 3 east and up, 4 east and up, 1 east and up.
Not bad, huh? So as you start to do 16th notes, you see how 60 beats per minute doesn't feel so slow anymore. It feels really slow when you're just doing quarter notes, right, left on the quarter note. But as you do the 16th notes, it really starts to get a little bit faster and your hands have to keep up. So those 16th notes might have been a little bit too fast for you, and if it was, that's okay. We'll just slow it down. So we're going to try an exercise now with the metronome where you're going to start with quarter notes, then you're going to play 8th notes, then you're going to play 16th notes, then 8th notes, and then quarter notes. And I'll show you here on the screen how that would be written out.
So on this top line are your quarter notes. Remember, those are counted 1, 2, 3, 4. I have my metronome set to 60 beats per minute. Let's see what that sounds like.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so after we do those quarter notes, we're going to move on to eighth notes that look like this. And they're counted like this.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
And then we're going to move on to 16th notes, which are counted like this.
1 east and up, 2 east and up, 3 east and up, 4 east and up.
And then we're going to go back to 8th notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
And then we're going to go back to quarter notes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then we start at the top of the page again with quarter notes. So let's try that together. We're going to start with quarter notes, go to 8th notes, go to 16th notes, back to 8th notes, and then back to quarter notes. Here we go. We're going to have her count it in, and we're going to start with quarter notes. Here we go.
1, 2, 3,
Quarter
4.
notes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
8th notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and
16th
and
notes.
up. 1 east and up, 2 east and up, 3 east and up,
Back
4
to
east
8th.
and up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Back to
and
quarter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
How did you do? Like I said, we can always slow it down if that was a little bit too fast for you. I want to show you what that looks like on my drum set.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, now we're going to click our
4.
sticks in.
1, 2, 3.
Now it's just right,
4.
left, right, left.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Last time.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, pretty easy, kind of boring to be honest, but that's it. You got to start slow so you can go fast. Now we're going to add the eighth notes in. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to now play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I want you to count that out loud while we're playing along. So here we go. We're going to have her count in 4, and then we're going to click in 4 and then start playing. And you're going to hear it in eighth notes this time.
1 and 2
Okay,
and
we'll do our
3
sticks.
and 4 and 1
1,
and 2 and 3
Now
and
right,
4
left.
and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Now you can just do that all day. Pretty easy, right? Is everyone keeping up okay? If you're not, you can slow down your metronome to 50 beats per minute, 40 beats per minute, whatever you need to do so that you can do it slow and confident, and then slightly speed it up and get faster. So now we're going to do 16th notes, same BPM, 60 beats per minute. And again, if you remember, the 16th notes count is 1 E and a, 2 E and a. So I'm going to have her start. We're going to still just click our sticks 4 times, like this. And then right, left, 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 right, left. Okay, here we go.
1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3 E and
Still
up,
just
4 E
four.
and up, 1 E
1,
and up, 2 E
2,
and up, 3
3,
E and up, 4 E and up, 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3 E and up, 4 E and up, 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3 E and up, 4 E and up, 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3 E and up, 4 E and up, 1 E and up.
Not bad, huh? So as you start to do 16th notes, you see how 60 beats per minute doesn't feel so slow anymore. It feels really slow when you're just doing quarter notes, right, left on the quarter note. But as you do the 16th notes, it really starts to get a little bit faster and your hands have to keep up. So those 16th notes might have been a little bit too fast for you, and if it was, that's okay. We'll just slow it down. I'm going to let her count in, and I'm going to click my sticks together 4 times. And we're going to start with right, left on the snare drum. Here we go.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
These quarter
4
notes.
and
1
and
2
and
3
and 4
8
and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4
60
1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
All right, how'd you do? Again, if that was a little too fast for you, take your own metronome, slow it down, 40 beats per minute, even 30 beats per minute. Start out. One of the ways I like to think about drumming, especially when I'm trying something I haven't tried before, working on a skill, is to not think of it as like I can't do it, but more like I can't do it yet, but I want to do it, and this is a challenge. I often think of drumming sometimes even as like a meditation type activity, because when you're sitting there and you're concentrating really hard and you know you got to go right, left, your brain is connecting to your hands. It's looking at, an exercise, a piece of paper, and you really can't think about anything else. You really have to take that time to pay attention. And I notice a lot of times when I'm not getting something, my mind's often wandering on other things or I'm stressed out. So think of drumming as time for yourself, just as meditation time, something to focus on that's small but so important that like you can't let your mind wander. And as you do this, speed up a couple of beats per minute every time you get through it, and start keeping track of like, okay, on day one I was able to do this at 40 beats per minute, and by the end of my practice I was up to 50. And the next day start at 50, and you'll be surprised probably that 50 might be too fast after a day of not drumming. But take it back down to 40, you'll get to 50 beats per minute faster, and then move it up to 60 and see what happens. So, counting is all good and fun, and a lot of people really get frustrated by counting, and some people really kind of hate it. But I want to show you how we use counting in a song to kind of figure out where we're supposed to do our hits and our accents, and what parts we're playing kind of a slower feel, like a quarter note feel versus an eighth note feel. So I'm going to use the Rock Camp song as a way to kind of show you how counting works in a song. So here we go. Here's this beginning of the Rock Camp song. So the Rock Camp song, just as a note, is 127 beats per minute on the way that we recorded it. There's some apps that you can get. I'll put a link down here for an app that will actually help you slow down a song without changing the key of the song, which is great for your whole band to listen to it. So usually when you slow down a song, it changes the key, so the guitar player would be playing along to the slow version, and they're going to be out of tune with it. But this is a cool app that helps you slow it down. So for right now, we're going to play it at regular speed, 127 beats per minute. And I just want you to listen of how this song is counted in, and then the first two hits, how we would count that. So here's the Rock Camp song counted in. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1
2, 3, 4.
1
2, 3, 4.
1
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so the beginning of the song, how it's counted, as you could see, we counted it in 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the first two hits actually happen on not like the 1, 2, it's the 1 and. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm hitting my snare, my floor tom, and my kick drum all at the same time on the 1 and. So let's count that together. Hold up your sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're 1 and then you're still on your 2, 3, 4, still hitting your kick drum. So just 1 and 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So my kick drum the whole time is going 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Try that with just your kick and count out loud. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. And your hands are just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So all together with your foot and your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We're here to rock. We're here to roll. Make some noise. Take control. And then something happens in the song right there and it changes, right? The feel changes. It doesn't seem like the same part. And that's because we're switching from eighth notes, 1 and, to quarter notes, right? Eighth notes to quarter notes, right? 2, 3, 4. And the next part, we build each other up part, which is the chorus, has more of an eighth note feel. So on your hi-hat, if you're counting, you're just counting instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. You're now doing eighth notes, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you're playing the basic rock beat, which you've already learned, which is your kick drum, right? Where's your kick drum on the rock beat? Does everyone remember? The 1 and the 3, and then the snare is on the 2 and the 4. So if I were to play this just with quarter notes, it would just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basic rock beat. So the reason it sounds different is because it's eighth notes instead of quarter notes. So it goes more like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the rock beat with eighth notes sounds like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So that's the chorus part. And think of it in your head or when you're counting just as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The first part of the song, remember, is 1 and 2, 3, 4. Second part is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's hear what that sounds like in the song. All right, so now we're going to play this along to the song. I'm not going to add like cymbal crashes and things like that. We're just going to get through like the basic kick, snare, and hi-hat of the song. Well, of course, the floor tom on the 1 and. And we're going to play this through, and then I'm going to play this track and let you play along yourself. So here we go. Let's start from the very beginning of the song and count it in with me.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4.
doing fills. How's Uncle Baby there? How'd you do? Let's try it again.
Now, if that was a little too fast for you, that's perfectly fine. Remember that app I told you about earlier? It's called Tempo Slow-Mo, and you can find it both for iPhones and for Androids. It allows you to slow down the song without changing the pitch. So I want you to hear the song, just a little snippet of it here at the end of this video, at 50%, and try to play your drums along to this song at half speed. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and.
All right, I'm going to cut it off right there. I want you to take everything you've learned today and download yourself a metronome on your phone, work on the rock camp song, try that tempo slow-mo, slow down the song yourself to whatever speed you need it to go to, work on the song, and then work through those quarter note, eighth note, and 16th note exercises with a metronome. Start as slow as 30 beats per minute and then just move up a little bit every day.